The blessing of the inheritance of the earth went to Isaac. Isaac had two sons, Esau and Jacob. And when you read that story in Genesis 25th chapter, it'll tell you, it gives you the characteristics who Esau is. They tell you he's a hairy man, he's red, he likes to hunt in the woods. It gives you all the characteristics.
He likes his meat rare.
He likes his meat raw. It tell you that. And we know through the process of looking around who that's talked about. The Bible just that simple. It's not no trick book. It's simple. It gives you that. Then it tells you this man right here was a plain man. He was upright.
He was smooth. He didn't have much hair on him.
It tells you that. He went and wrestled with an angel. When you read in Genesis, the 32nd chapter, and when he wrestled with the angel all night, he held the angel down. The angel, he said, your name will be changed to Israel. It won't be Jacob no more. Israel in Hebrew, the Paleo-Hebrew, the oldest language on the earth. When you watch it's coming on here this month, 10 Commandments. You watch it real close. When Moses hold them two stones up, it's gonna be some writing on there. That's the language that we speak. In that language, that name is Yasha Allah. Yah meaning he, Shar meaning prince, Allah meaning of the power. He is a prince of the power. That's Israel. If he have 12 kids, they are what? Israelites.
Yep.
So when you read this Bible, you're gonna see the word Israel in there 2,500 times. So who the Bible for?
Israel.
Go to Leviticus 24 and 46.
You're right. I did my history. That's what made me stop.
Go to Leviticus 24 and 46.
This is the book of
I'm
Leviticus.
Mormon, so I believe that. You're right. The Mormons are from this side of the world. The Bible is from that side of the world. Yeah,
This is the book of Leviticus 24 and verse 26. 46.
Go 26 and 46.
This is the book of This is the book of Exodus 26 and verse 46.
Leviticus 26 and 46.
And it says, these are the statutes and judgments.
Statutes and judgments, that's a law. That's a commandment, statutes and judgments, right? Go ahead.
And these are the statutes and judgments and laws which the Lord made between him and the children of Israel.
No, he made it between him and the white man.
And the children of Israel.
Wait a minute, what about the Arabs?
The children of Israel.
What about the Japanese?
The children of Israel.
What about the motherfucking Africans, them motherfuckers that walk around the damn thing and they know eating shit?
The children of Israel.
People. What about them Indians that's black like us?
The children of Israel.
Native American.
They are Israelites.
They're Israelites.
They're Israelites, Native American.
I'm Mormon, so I believe you.
So, go back to Exodus. You ain't got that. We still dealing with it now because we was in slavery. Go ahead. Well, I didn't let y'all know who Israel is.
This is
Exodus. The people who traveling into Egypt at this particular point are Israelites. Ain't nobody else.
There ain't nobody on this side of the globe.
It says, now these are the names of the children of Israel which came into Egypt. Every man and his household came with Jacob.
They came into Egypt. They came from the land of Canaan, which is Israel right now. Palestine, that's where we come from. We walked down there into Egypt. Go ahead.
And it says Reuben, Simeon, Levi, Judah, Issachar, Zebulun, Benjamin, Dan, Naphtali, Gad, Asher, and all the souls that came out of the loins of Jacob were 70 souls from Joseph. Joseph was in Egypt already.
Joseph was in Egypt already because his brothers sold him to the Midianites when he was in Egypt. Took Pharaoh in. That's why Egypt was so great and our people couldn't escape me from Egypt. No, we made that shit great. Goddamn, they wasn't shit. They put us in charge of their shit. That's why Egypt grew, because one of our brothers was in charge. Israelite man was in charge of all the business, man. And then when we was put in slavery, what we did? We built that motherfucker up. Go ahead.
And to answer the brother, all you got to do is look at the hieroglyphs, and you'll have us on there. You'll see us with froze picking grapes.
Some of them with the chain around our necks.
Yeah, chains, earrings, the same we look today. We just a little bit. That's why it says there's nothing new under the sun. Because what you have, we're in Egypt now. Because what's on the back of the United States dollar? An Egyptian pyramid. And where did we not serve slavery here? In the modern day Egypt. And it says, Dan, Naphtali, Gad. And it says, verse 5. And the souls, and it says, and all the souls that came out of the loins of Jacob were 70 souls. From Joseph, Joseph was in Egypt already. And Joseph died, and all his brethren, and all that generation. And the children of Israel were fruitful and increased. It says, verse 8, now there arose.
Salaki, you see how he left? He didn't even want to answer. So the Lord don't want him to get it. Because he already thinking the white man don't own everything, but he believed, he just came up here and said, the white man did that to the buck. But yet, he don't even believe the white man run everything, but he don't run everything, but he got the power to change this whole book. But this whole, when you read this book, it's condemning the white man.
Yeah, actually it is. I read the book from front to back.
It's condemning Esau, man.
I sat in 7 years in vacation time to read that book front to back.
It's condemning it, man.
And now, it says, now there arose up a new king over Egypt.
A new king came up over Egypt.
Which knew not Joseph.
It knew not Joseph. Ramses the second, wasn't it? I think it was Ramses the second, if I'm not mistaken. Go ahead.
And he said unto his people, behold, the people of the children of Israel are more and mightier than we.
He said they are more and mightier than we. So these people right there, those were Mizraim, man. Those were the Hebrew name Mizraim, the Egyptians, man. And the original Egyptians are the Sudanese. They were ran out. The Arab, there were Arabs in there now. The original Egyptians are, you remember Manukbo, who played ball? He's the original Egyptian. Them tall ass, black, skinny motherfuckers.
That's what Egyptians.
Those are the original Egyptians.
And he said that some of his uncles are taller than he is. So he said he was because that's why the elders brought it out too. It says when we would go and fight the Philistines, he said we were like grasshoppers unto them. So that shows that they were really taller than us, but we would be short. We'd still be fighting them, but we just look like grasshoppers unto them. So that shows that they're men of stature.
In the book of Samuel, it says Goliath was 9.5 cubits. A cubic is like 18 inches. But if we were bigger back then, a cubic was probably like
and the
24
feet, yeah,
inches.
because the feet, they measured their feet between the feet and this right here.
So a cubic back then might have been 2 feet. So 2 times 9 is what? 18. So somebody 18 feet tall, way up there and shit. That's almost 2 basketball goals.
And they said his sword, or his sword weighed approximately like so many talents. Like it was heavy. So that showed you we were stronger.
So you talking
and
like
bigger back
an 18-foot man, or 18-foot man. That motherfucker makes Shaq look little.
And you know his sword had to be long enough to be, you know, because you got to get it to height. And David took his sword.
We don't ever say how tall David was, but
he had to be.
We thinking he's somewhere around
10, like
8, 9, 10 feet. See what I'm saying?
That's where you get them tall. Like you look at basketball today, those are snippets of our old selves. That's why you see, and they're tall, but that wasn't the tall that they got, man.
They're short.
They got real. They're short compared to now. We shrunk. Yeah, we're shrunk. We've shrunk to ourselves. I mean, you have some men that were short back then, but what you consider short is not the same now. They even tell you that. And look at if you look at the so-called dinosaur world, which is, you know, that goes off into different things. But if you look at like the fossils and different things like that, things were bigger. They even had flowers that were bigger. You see what I'm saying? But what do you have now? We're gonna get our stature back in the future. But what the Most High is gonna turn it back and fix it. But right now, that was just comparing and showing who is who today. The Canaanites or the Mizraim were tall people. If you see in the hieroglyphs, they got the famous one where he's grabbing a handful of Israelites by the hair. And he's grabbing like 3 or 4 of them by the hair, and he's taller than them. You see, so a man 18 foot, that seems about right. You can grab up a couple, you know.
Yeah, a couple people.
Yeah, they're about 10 foot, 10, 11 feet. I mean, you can grab them up. Finish this in Exodus.
Go ahead.
And it says in verse 9, and he said unto his people, behold, the people of the children of Israel are more and mightier than we. Come on, let us deal wisely with them.
So they ain't want to deal wisely with it, right? But he really want to deal wisely with it to trick you in the end. This is, you know.
No question. But some believe that the Bible was given to the blacks in slavery. Well, let me phrase this. I had the opportunity to read another Bible, which was given to slavery, which is different from the King James Version.
Which Bible is that?
It's not actually called a Bible. It's actually a book. And it's
Book
not...
from the Mormons?
Yeah, I'm a Mormon.
You said that?
No, I'm not referring to that.
Yeah.
No. This is independent. This is my vacation time.
Yeah.
It was a...
Vacation, yeah, I understand what you mean.
Yeah. I said vacation time.
Yeah.
My vacation time, I had the opportunity to read a book, which shows the fact that what society called the Bible was actually a book given to the slavery to give them that brainwashing type stuff. So, but a lot of things y'all are saying is very true.
We're gonna answer like
it's
them
very
books.
true. Now, the Bible does say about Book of Mormons, which I do read and do believe in, but the King James Version is the Bible that I actually do believe in. All that new translation stuff, I don't believe in.
Yeah, King James.
I believe the King James Version.
Yeah. And then when you read the King James, it's always good to get you a concordance. And
I understand the King James. I don't understand the new text stuff. I don't understand.
Get you a concordance where when you read in the Old Testament, you can look up the ancient Hebrew and know what that word means. Because Hebrew got one meaning. It ain't like English. So then you read the Greek. The New Testament is Greek. You can look up that Greek word. You know. Then you get real jazzy. They have Hebrew New Testament books too, where you can, you know, that's how we be knowing certain scriptures, what they mean in certain, because you can read a scripture, you be reading, you think it mean one thing.
You can read the Bible 3 times, it's going to be different meanings.
This is to answer about your books. This is what the book says. And it says, this is the book of Ecclesiastes 12 and verse 12. It says, and further, by these, my son, be admonished.
Be warned, right? Admonished mean being warned. Go ahead.
Verse 12, and it says, and further, by these, my son, be admonished of making many books. There is no end. And much study is the weariness of the flesh.
So the Bible is basically the only book you need. A lot of people, they'll start reading other books. They'll read the book of the Dead Sea Scrolls. They'll read the book of Enoch. They'll read Joshua.
The only reason why I chose to read the book of Mormon because the Bible does say that there was another book. In the Bible, it does say there's another book which produces. It doesn't mean that the Book of Mormon is the other book, but it does state in the Bible that there was another book.
Have you ever heard of the Apocrypha?
What you talking about?
It's talking about, because look.
I say it does speak of another book.
No, we gonna show you that.
I'm gonna read this scripture.
That book I never read. I never heard that
I'm
book.
gonna read this scripture. Why you get that information?
I'm just showing them. We're gonna show you that. Look, because the guy over there said that the white man ain't ruling, right? But really, if you look at it, he had power because look what he did here. This is the main proof of he had power. Because